Hello, welcome to the start of start and the continuation of a series. So it's a continuation of the Let's Raid series I was doing for Dragon Soul that I never really finished, but that was really looking at looking for raid difficulty level. This is a series that's going to be looking at the heroic difficulty level from a hunter's perspective, because my main is a hunter. And I figured it'd be quite nice to actually have some guides out there that specifically tell you what you need to know as a hunter on some of these heroic encounters, because some of them are pretty difficult. They're heroic. That's the point. Okay, so boss 1 in Dragon Soul, Morchok. It's pretty face roll. I wasn't here for our guild's progression on this, but I downed him the following week, and he wasn't difficult at all. He's not the most fun boss to be doing on a hunter. I'll explain why in a little while. But one of the things you're going to need to do first as a group is clear the trash out. So on either side of the boss, when you come into the instance, there's a lot of trash. That all needs to be cleared out. You need a lot more room. Again, you'll see why in a little while. So first thing you need to do, clear that trash out, and then you can get ready, do your raid buffs, and get ready to pull. Okay, so with this boss, the tactics and the mechanics stay pretty much exactly the same. Obviously everything hits a bit harder and he's got more health. Now the only real difference that you need to care about as a group and as a hunter is that the boss splits in two. So you effectively get two bosses to attack at the same time. So that's a little bit weird. So that's why you need all that space at the side, because basically your raid team is going to split in two. So you want a tank and a healer and the rest DPS in each group, and you're going to go to either sides of the road. So that's fun. So why it's not fun as a hunter is because in 10 and 25 man normal mode, and especially looking for raid, you can just ignore the stomps that you just did there, because it doesn't do enough damage for your healers to really worry about that much. Or if the damage, because the damage is split between all the different people that are in range, so a hunter doesn't really need to be in range of that. He can just go to the bubble and let the damage be soaked up by everybody else. Now in heroic mode, because you've only got half a team, everybody needs to be there to soak up that damage. So that's difficult, because really you want to be using your damage mitigation, and the only damage mitigation we have as a hunter is Raptor Strike and Glyph of Raptor Strike. And to do that you need to be close enough to the boss that you can't actually do any damage. So what you're going to need to do is basically just kind of ducking in and out of range so that you can do your shots, and just as the stomp is about to hit, we'll see it now, just as it's about to hit, you're going to just duck in range. I think it's 6-yard range for Raptor Strike, and you're going to hit that. That's going to give you 20% less damage taken. I didn't do my Raptor Strike there, but I was in range to take the damage and then quickly get out and take the damage from the bubble. Now if you've got the yellow beams on you, that's generally enough, depending on how good your healers are. You don't need to be close enough for the blue beam, I've found, but again it's all about what your healers are able to deal with. But that's basically the tactics for this fight from a hunter perspective. Get in that 6-yard range, do your Raptor Strike just as his stomp is about to come off cooldown, then get out range into the bubble zone and DPS as much as you can. In terms of improving and maximising your DPS, the only real tip I can give you here is on the bubbles. You get that kind of knockback. What you want to do there is save up enough focus so that you can do a couple of instant cast shots whilst you're in the air. So arcane shots, explosive shots, if you're survival, or chimera shot if you're marksman. Yeah, so you can save some of those up, save some of your focus up, and yeah, just use those insta-cast shots at that point. And the same can be said for when you're going into the black blood phase. You should have a bit of focus saved up because you're down and not able to do anything for a few seconds, but use your insta-cast shots there, and basically whenever you have to move, try and save focus for that. If you've got the tier 13 two-piece, that will help a lot for you with your focus regeneration. It's double focus regeneration for every cobra or steady shot, so that's nice. Other than that, you team will probably want to be using heroism or bloodlust at about 30%. I think that's primarily for healing. You won't really need it from a DPS point of view, but if you are going to use it, then obviously save some cooldowns for then. And that's it. It's a fairly simple fight compared to the rest of the bosses in here, but it's the first boss, so you don't expect anything too intense. That comes much later. Okay, right. We'll see you next time, where we'll be tackling Zonos, by the looks of it.